Good morning. I couldn't find anybody live. Is anybody live? It's, I'm confused. So if anybody's out there, maybe we can share some time together. I'm still working on Winnie the Pooh, and I have another small junk journal I found that I might. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, hi, hi. Uh, Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think Pam, I was reading and I saw a thing in Discord that was 2 hours ago that said that she needed sleep. Um, I wish they would date things, so I'm assuming that's now. So I figured I was up, ready to go live with Pam, and so I figured, well, come on. Yeah, I finally read that. Yeah, I did finally Matt found the message in Discord. I'm not real, I need to spend more time over in Discord. Um, but I did find a message in Discord. Um, so I think I'm going to just do what I do when I don't know what to do, and that is blue. So I'm putting Winnie aside. I'm almost done with the book. I really have to do some more research on, doing stuff with the pages, if you know what I mean. But I'm almost done altering. Glued a lot of pages together, torn a lot of pages out. I've made some neat envelopes, and I'm going to be pocketing, doing the typical pocketing thing. But I want to do some drop downs and flippy floppy things too. I just need a little break from Winnie. And oh, a baby journal. That'll be lovely. That would be so cool. Start the kid out right with some Winnie the Pooh. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is. And I know the nice thing about Winnie the Pooh, if you're decorating, if you're like even doing a baby's room or something like that, you have such a wide range of colors beyond the traditional pink and blue for boy and girl. Yeah, it's all cool. You got all sorts of options. Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. Happy Friday, everyone. Yes. Oh, good, good, good. But thanks for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go see if this is showing on YouTube. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, I'll search me. Search me and see you are. Oh, it does show on live for watching. Super. Oops, let me mute that. Let me mute that. There. Okay, I can read the chat so much better. That's right, Carrie's the paper monkey. So this is the journal I found. It was lying around to signature, and I started it. I had some washi tape in it, so I think I'm going to continue in this because I didn't get very far. Look, that's as far as I got. I got this dude here. This is from a travel magazine, and it came in junk mail. It's a lot of pages. So this is going to be. So let me get my little basket. I've got a basket of both size. Pictures. At least they do have a basket. What did you do with the basket? What did you do with the basket? Oh, is that it? I have a basket here. Where to put it? And I have another basket. I have like a morning, Angie. Love you. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. That's very sweet of you. I have another bag box, and it's one of those boxes that's just filled with all sorts of weird stuff. Hi, Val. Hi, Di. Do you want to come on, Di? Anybody? I can put this link in the. I would put it in the messenger. The where the that TAGLV whatever that thing is. If anybody wants to come on, just say yes, and I'll go over there and put that link in. People want to come on, just say yes, and I'll do it. I'll keep on looking over there. Okay, just say yes. Anybody. All right, I'm gonna come back over here. I have this other box of weird stuff, and I'm thinking I could stick it in here, you know. And well, glad you had a good time with. Oh, you went to the Mexican restaurant, and you had trouble, right, with the food. You had trouble swallowing again. Okay. Let me show you this other bundle of joy I have because it's filled with some really interesting stuff. But I don't know whether it should go in this journal. Maybe it should go in the other journal. Hmm. Okay. Let me just move some pictures down if you don't mind. Guys can chat. We can all chat. This basket, this box is kind of ready. I made this little collage. This woman was reading a book, and I cut the book out and then insert this picture of the Earth and Moon. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Jenny Roberts. I think I said hi to you. I'm so sorry you got sick on your food. And that's a restaurant you go to all the time, right? All the time. That is your go-to restaurant. They probably know you by name, I would assume. That's your restaurant. Those are your people. So let's put down some background paper. That's what I like to do. So I have some bigger sheets. I'll put down some background sheets and then move from there. I do have a method to my madness. Okay. All right, go back to sleep. Sleep well. Got some hands in here. I love me some hands. I really do. There's a neat doorway. Mhm. Maybe cut a little bit off. This is a picture from Budapest. Happen to know that. I happen to remember that. Yes, I. Ah, I like that. When you say there's a method to my madness, you don't have a method. It's just pure madness. I like that. Yes, I could go there. Let's see what that looks like. Let me stick that under that. And we have enough. I could do that. Move that up there. Move that down there. Well, it's got possibilities. Let's see what else we have in here. Happy May Fest. It's May Day. We actually did the dance around the maypole when I was a little kid in kindergarten. Did anybody, you guys ever do the dance around the maypole? Hi, Lydia. Welcome, welcome. I'll do that. That looks good. I'm going to cut this door so it's a little bit more even. I got to turn this way. So I have a little bit more room. I don't want to knock over my coffee, as they say. Yeah, we actually did it. And I do believe it was in kindergarten. I'll leave that doorknob there, even though it's not a fancy doorknob. I'll leave the doorknob there. Oh, we could actually take a little off of, yeah, we could take a little off on this side. So if anybody wants to come and play, please say so. I can make that happen. Mm. Okay, we're gonna glue. We're gonna glue. I've made my decision. The glue down. Yeah, a little bit more room. Gotta get a glue stick. I've been going through glue sticks like crazy, gluing those pages down together in the Winnie the Pooh journal. I was so disappointed. I had taken out a chicken breast for dinner. I was going to make chicken chow mein for dinner. I have a really simple chicken chow mein recipe. I had the chicken out. I had gotten the celery out. I went in my pantry. thinking that I had cornstarch. You really need cornstarch to thicken the sauce, and I had no cornstarch. When I used it up, I knew I'd used it up, but I thought the other jar, the other thing in the back, it's way in the back of the pantry. I thought the other container in the back was another cornstarch one. Maybe it's a bigger one. Well, anyway, so I couldn't make my chicken main. I was really bummed. I was real hungry. I hadn't eaten all day, and so home. And I had this chicken breast thawed out, ready to go. And I had a bunch of cherry tomatoes. So I did a baked chicken cutlet. What I did was I smeared it in mayonnaise and then pressed it into a combination of breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. And then instead of frying it, I baked it in a pretty hot oven, a 400-degree oven for about, whoops, it was done in about 20 minutes. And then I cooked down the cherry tomatoes with a lot of garlic and a lot of olive oil. Cooked them down and made like a spaghetti sauce type of thing. So that's what I had for dinner. Unfortunately, I cooked too much spaghetti. I will be eating spaghetti. I have to come up with other ways of eating spaghetti. You guys are talking about the May moon. Oh, really? Did not know that, Di. I know I could have made a flour surrey. I think a flour surrey is it's called, where you mix flour and water and into a paste, and you can add that to thicken things. But I wasn't sure. But just mashed potatoes, like the powdered stuff. You could just, yeah, that's a great idea. And that, well, of course that would thicken because it's like potato starch. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jay, welcome, welcome. Do you want to come play? I can send you a link. Anybody, you just have to say yes, and I'll go put that link in. Good to see you. I know you're busy. You got work. You got kids. You got teenagers, which is another whole world altogether. We're living in the world of teenagers. It's a strange world, isn't it? No, you're actually at work. Okay, gotcha. Understood. All right. Who hiss? Someone has to adult. This guy looks kind of funny. Looks like he's picking the flowers here. That's a possibility. I did cut this weird thing out. It's a lamp with I think a pocketbook on top of it. Kind of like this dude. Maybe this I can go here too. Maybe he's just hanging out laughing and what the heck? What the heck? Let's glue this down. See, I have my glue book, and it's right over there. You do such a better job gluing when you're gluing on a surface where you can go over the edges. I have one right here. It's a little magazine. And look, how perfect is that? A little bit too much glue on that. No, that's okay. I would really like to try. I see a lot of collage people do it. They use wet glue. What they do is they water down, like they'll take maybe an Aleene's glue and they'll water it down a little bit, and then they brush the glue on so it's smooth, and they use that to stick stuff down. I've never tried that 'cause I'm afraid of wet glue on magazines. Okay, I I keep on. All right, I'm back. I'm fighting connection codes in and out with this new camera, which I'm not happy about. So I'm back though. So no, do we want him reaching for his genitals? No, that wouldn't be. Maybe he's laughing at his genitals. That's okay. Today's Friday. So all you people who work out there, it's usually your favorite day of the week, unless of course you have to work Saturday, which some people do. I would stay after school on Fridays. There was the school I taught in New York, there was a detention that was given as a punishment, but it only could be given by the principal. And it was a really, really hard detention in the sense that the detention ran from 3 in the afternoon until 6 o'clock. Now, mind you, it's Friday. It's Friday. And if you really screw up, you get called into the principal's office and you were told you have detention, a Friday night detention. And I volunteered to do the Friday night detention because I got paid an extra $45, right? Now, these kids had to come in. They were not allowed to do anything, nothing. That was the school's policy. I would have them do other things, but they were not allowed to do anything. And foremost, they were not allowed to put their heads down and go to sleep. They had to just sit there for 3 hours. And while they were sitting there, I got all my work done. I got all my quizzes and tests graded for the week. I got my lesson plans all set up for the following week. I got so much work done that 3 hours. When it was all over, I would thank them for being such assholes that they ended up with this detention because I got paid. I got my work done. I left school at 6. I was home at 10 after 6, and I had the whole weekend free. It was a win-win for me. The interesting thing about that detention that she ran at Friday from 3 to 6, there were none. There were no repeaters. I was just going to tell you that is the most interesting thing. There were no repeaters. I never had a kid twice. So that's how effective that was. No repeaters. See, the thing with kids like that, you got to get their attention. That got their attention. No repeaters. I loved it. I really did. I mean, getting paid to get my work done. I mean, that's a no-brainer. So, yeah, no repeaters. That whole time I did it, nobody came back for another round. And the thing is, the bells start ringing. There's the, 3 o'clock bell when class is over. Then there's the 3:20 bell telling you that the buses are about ready to leave. And then there's the late bell at 4 o'clock for kids who stay after school for help. And then there's a late bell that rings like at 4:30, 5 o'clock for those kids that are after school for, sports practices. And then there's no more bells. And that last half hour just drags. It just does. The clock does not move that last half hour. Moves for me because I'm busily, getting work done, but not for the kids. Yeah, that was a good one. And she was a tough principal. Her name was Kay Gould. I really respected her a lot. I liked her a lot. She was a tough woman to work for. You better have your shit in order. She'll be the first to tell you. Get your act together. She was a tough cookie, but she was a good principal. And what made her a really good principal was she was out in the halls. I've worked with so many principals who hide in their office, literally hide in their office. But she was out in the halls, walking the halls, conversing with the students, talking to the students. She was in their face in a nice way, you know what I mean? But she was just highly visible. She wasn't hiding in her office. Everybody knew her, and she knew the names of all those students. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And you could hear her coming down the hall. She wore these high heels, right? And you could hear her clicking, click, 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 click down the halls of the school. Yeah, she was a force to be reckoned with. I got along with her just fine. Some of the teachers thought her methods were a little rough, but she got the job done. She was highly visible. She pretty much knew the names. Yeah, right. Exactly. Most of them do. They hide in their office. But she was out in the hall. As soon as the bell rang, she left her office and went out into the hall. And she walked the halls all during the time when classes are changing. And then she'd be the one to say to kids, come on, get your ass in gear. You're going to be late to class type of thing. She was out in the hall, hurrying them on, getting them off, make sure they're moving and getting to class on time. Yeah, that's what she did. Get on, get to class. You're going to be late. Go, 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 go. Yell at them in a nice way, kind of. But and she didn't really mess around. I have a whole thing of people. Let me just We gotta have something. Well, that's interesting. Some of the neater stuff has a tendency to find its way to the bottom of the bag, if you know what I mean. Oh, here's a pretty painting we can put on the wall. Like something funny. See, this is why I don't like separating my stuff. Because I have an envelope now that has animals in it. And I could go get that. I don't have to. Oh, what's that? Oh, no. Oh, no. I just shut this down. And what came out is all of the text that I had cut out. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. She's kind of cute. Maybe we'll cut her up. Oh. Oh, I like her. Oh, here's some people. Yeah, they're hiding. Yep. Luggage. There's a dress. Oh, there's that guy. All right, I found some stuff. Oh, here's a person. Yeah. Okay. All righty, all righty. Found some stuff here. All right. Oh, I see some people over here. I got some little stuff. Okay. Now we got some stuff we can work with. I definitely want the bathtub. So let's move this over here. Okay. Something down there. Definitely want to hang a picture. Right? Hang a picture in the wall. Got some robots here. Maybe they want to take a bath. We'll get all rusted out. Maybe put a picture up here. And thought I saw another picture that I had cut out. How about her? She's too big. She's too big. This guy walking his dog. I like that. How about her? Did she fit in the bathtub? We cut all that away. What happened? I want something funnier than that in the bathtub. Let me cut her up. She was not supposed to be part of the show, but I'll cut her up. We'll just see whether she's gonna. I'll get my animal folder. Hi, Amaret. Aw, your ribs hurting you? But you really did a number on yourself, honey. I bet you the ribs probably hurt a lot more than your arm. Every time you take a deep breath, and anybody makes you laugh, that's gotta hurt too. Let's see. I'm just gluing. When all else fails, I glue. It is my favorite thing to do. I've come to the conclusion. It is my favorite. Nah, I'm not sure. Let's see, what else do we have down here? Let's put his head in the tub. Got a kitty. There's a kitty in the tub and a bird. Hmm. How about an umbrella in the tub? Yeah, that's cute. The umbrella. Kitties in the tub. They don't want to get wet. They're in the tub and they really don't want to get wet. Put another painting on the wall. Yeah, like that. Let's do that. Okay. Kitties are going in the tub. I think this kitty is Anna. Yeah, I'm going to cut him out. And then I'm going to make a slit and slit them down into the tub. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I need the little scissors to do that. Oh, okay. Thanks, Val. I do have images. Oh boy, do I have images. I've got 3 magazines in on my kitchen table waiting to be harvested. Sitting there. Keep on waiting for the to stop getting magazines. But my Architectural Digest is good until April 27. Have another year then. Because I have Vogue for another 2 years. But there's only so many fashion models you can cut out. Fashion models and watches, and an occasional animal like a horse or something is used in the background. Vogue just made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I am not a fashion person at all. You can see how I dress. Cut off shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops. That's it. Weather permitting. Okay. Let's get this garbage here. Good morning, Kim. I realized I said good morning to you earlier. If I didn't, good morning. If I did, good morning again. It's good to see you. So I ended up with this somewhat dry chicken breast and a ton of spaghetti. So I'm going to have to find some recipes for leftover spaghetti. I know you can make spaghetti pie, and which I'll probably do. He can be up on the here, and maybe he can be. They could put a little slit. Let me put a little slit. I like doing a little slit, little subtle slit. Like right here. Like Hmm. I need to put a new blade in my Exacto. I think I got one of those that the head moves, I think. It kind of looks a little bit more. Yeah, let's have him in there like that. Maybe he'll stick them down. Stick him down. Let's move this over here so I have a glue section here. So glad you guys are here. I hope Pam's getting some good sleep. We are very warm here. We are officially the next 3 days we're in the 90s. Seems early to be in the 90s. It's 90 today. And then it's going to be 90 Saturday, 94 Sunday, and then all of a sudden, like typical Florida weather, it's going to go from 95 to 77. 95 to 77. And then we're going to have a couple of days of 77 weather, which is fine. I love the 77. I'm going to do that because I want the umbrella to go like right there. Okay. But I think I'm going to glue this down first. Let's glue this down and then we'll put the paintings on. And then we're going to have a couple of days of 77. I love 77. 75, 70. That's the ideal temperature, in my opinion. Oops, did I rip that? Oh, no. No. Oh, I did. Be careful. The glue stick is like brutal. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Just a little glue came out. I always misplace this. Okay, now let's add some artwork to this. Random artwork. These are very cultured kitty and chicken. So we're gonna, have artwork in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. It's warming up in Northern California too. Yeah. You guys, well, I guess Northern California, You're like in the 50s, 50s, 60s during the day, and maybe 40s at night. You get pretty chilly, especially in Northern California. I have a crafting friend. Maybe you know Barbara Clark, and she lives, I love saying this word, she lives in Eureka. Eureka. Oh, thanks, Val. I'm happy to be here. Lift that up a little bit. Here, a little bit more. That way it'll look like she's holding the umbrella. Okay, move some of this off. I'm now throwing all the pictures on the page that I'm gluing on, which is not very handy to do that. It's not too bright. Okay, I'm going to be careful not to tear off the umbrella handle. Okay, there. Oops, now you got to put your. No, I don't want to tear you. No, did I tear your? No, did I? What happened to your tail? Oh boy. Yeah, it got twisted around in the glue. Ah, just press that down. Yeah, maybe a little there. It's kind of okay. You get a little glue in there. I hate to pull it up again because I'm going to tear it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to press on it. Oh, it's chilly, 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 chilly. Brenda, where are you? You're Tennessee, aren't you? I thought. Who's the other Brenda? There's so many Brendas. Here, another one finished. Nice, quick, little cute one. We got 2 pages done. And we got this little one. Oh, I could zoom in, couldn't I, Di? Let me try the zoom in. I was just reading about what all these features do. I finally find the manual for it. It's unbelievable. I haven't tested them out, but let's see. It's not working at all. Guess you have to turn it on, I think. Maybe. Yeah. No? Oh, look. Zoom in. Looky there. See? And zoom in on the. That's cool, isn't it? Now you can really zoom in. So you can see the birdies and everything. And then they have like a 3x zoom out. Isn't that cool? I am loving this die. Thank you so much. And you can flip it around and you can focus it. I think you can focus it. You can do, I don't know, I forgot what this does. Or you can telephoto in, telephoto out. It's got two cameras, and there's one that's a wide angle. I haven't figured out which one is the wide angle. Is this the wide angle? No, it's not. I was supposed to bring the color in. Let's see. I don't see any difference there. And then they have these others. Oh, look, you can colorize them. Isn't that cool? You can make them sepia, make them cooler. See what this one is. Oh, black and white. That's really helpful, black and white, if you're looking for, shadows and stuff when you're drawing. Oh, and that's interesting. Let's see. And then and then I guess there must be a way to reset everything. I would assume there's a reset. Go out to the original. Let's kind of wash that out. What would be the reset? Maybe up here. Let's see. Let's do this. No, that's not the reset. Uh-oh. Well, that's close enough. I'll have to look at it again. But yeah, and it has HD and HD plus. Oh, I think this is the reset. But yeah, that's the reset. But you can add contrast to it too, I think. Well, no, it's just the telephoto and white. But anyway, it's very fun. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes, Tennessee. That's what I thought. Like when we, yes, that is nice to have an animal on your lap for warmth. Lily was a great lap animal. She loved to be in my lap. Every night, I'd sit down for the evening and she would jump into my lap and she would do that. You know how dogs and cats do? They go round and around and around and around in circles until they kind of finally find their comfy niche. Lily was a great one for doing that. Honestly, I miss her far more than I ever expected I would miss her. But, I mean, I know it's gonna subside, but it's hard. I'm embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed to say it. When I get home from bridge on Wednesday night, I call to her. I literally say, and I know she's not here, but I'll go, Lily, I'm home. Because she used to always be waiting by the door. She was always at the door waiting for me. I wish I'd paint, cut it. Well, these are, now this is a special one. I don't even know where I'm going to use it. She's gonna probably have to go into that next size bigger journal because I love this. And it was a bitch to fussy cut out. Yes, Val, you just lost a pet too. It's just not easy. Ooh, I think she's worthy of a two-page spread, don't you? I do. All right, let's see what we can do for a two-page spread. Stick this over here. I like her. She's a little big. These these are pictures of Vanderbilt's estate, one of the Vanderbilt's estates. And we'll find something here. Maybe a piece of washi tape up there. This was George Vanderbilt's estate. There's a suitcase. There's a suitcase down here. Vanderbilt's estate. She could carry a little purse. Let's see what else we got. Some cactus. No, that's a little bit too much. Wait, I see something here. Oh, all right. Bye, Vanderbilt Estate. We found the right background. Look at these trees. She can be flying through the forest. Let me move up a little. I'm so bad about shifting down. I'll get my camera to do that for me here. Yeah, I've got this new camera stand, and it's different than what I'm used to. It's much smaller. Yeah. You need something across here, or we just leave those two guys like being peeping toms or peeking over the top and going, "What's going on? Look at this crazy lady." No, I don't like her. I don't like them, but I like her. Then we can do washi tape. Hi, Vito. Didn't see you. I gotta really watch the thing over here. I think that's all I did. Yeah, absolutely. No, all else fails. You know, he's mail down. Mail. Yeah, mail. Not mail down. God, glue down. I've got some good washi that I like to use across the top that will work. Just kind of nondescript washi, um, just to fill a space. Let's see. Yeah, this is good stuff. Just need a little piece to go across the bottom. So let me put this washi down first. Nondescript, nondescript. Can't talk. Nondescript washi. You can never find the end. Okay, let me put some glue down here. Just across the bottom. because washi tape is not meant to tape or glue anything for like permanence or strength. It's purely decorative. I think it's a Japanese invention. I think Crafting with Zen starts this week. Of course, I signed up. I want to do more. I want to do the stitching and the collage. I want to stitch on the collages. I've talked about this a couple of times. I'm going to do it. She did hers on an old calendar, and I have a bunch of old calendars that I could definitely do that to without a problem. There, I like that. Okay, let's stick her over there. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to put this one down first. All right. Yeah, it's going to be, well, I'll have a little blue up here. Or I could do another line of this. Why don't I do another line of that? I've got plenty of it. Let's do another line of that. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I've got plenty of wiggle room top and bottom since I have it. How many of you have washi tape and forget to use it? It's me. I buy washi tape and then I might do it like if I would sometimes when people are doing little journal pages, they'll just put a little smidgen of water, washi tape to make it a little accent. And I have that washi printer paper that you can print stuff up on and make your own washies. Oh, come on. Let's go out down straight. Started out on the long trajectory. Well, it's going to have to be a little crooked. No one's going to watch it. No one's going to notice it. There. All good. I've made washi tape on masking tape. It's kind of a fun thing to do. You get out a piece of wax paper, right? And you just put yeah, I would buy it before, yeah. Yeah, good advice. I would make cheap washi tape. I would take some piece of wax paper. Hi, Teresa. Take a piece of wax paper and just lay down strips of masking tape. And then do a painty paper or paint splatters or just make a mess. Paint on the masking tape, designs, doodles, splatters, whatever you want over the masking tape, and then let it dry. And then when it's all dry, you can peel those pieces of tape up with your beautiful designs and use it as washi. And you can buy washi tape paper now, whole sheets. I find that when you print on them, it kind of blooms a little bit like watercolor paper. Now, I don't know whether you gave that washi paper maybe a thin smear of gesso Maybe you could paint on it without the blooming effect. It's a whole sheet, so now you have a whole sheet of washi that you could cut up into strips, or you can buy that on Amazon, of course, washi paper. These things are always hiding from me. Good thing I have so many of them. Bought a whole set of them. That looks pretty good. Got a little wrinkle here, but I could probably work that out. And then a little over there. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Hi, Fire. Is that Fire? Let me see. Hi, Everett. Fire Horse. Hi. How are you? Fire Horse. Yes. Hi, Di. You're back. Where's the best place to put the link? Should I go over and put it in that TG place just in case? Let me uncover my mouse. I'm gonna post the link over there. Um, let's see. Where do I get the link? Uh, there is a link. Oh, here it is. Invite guests. Copy link. Link copied. Okay. Gonna go over Facebook, Messenger, and oh, Di, were you on? Shit. Oh, let me put my link in there. Hi, I didn't know you were on. Hmm. No, no, I should look to you. No. Di, were you on? I couldn't find you. I'm so sorry. Hi, Carol. I'm trying to put this link in. Copy link. Link copied. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's not answering. No, I don't want that. Okay, Facebook, Messenger. Don't want Richard. Oh, that was 11 hours ago. Okay. No. Oh, okay. Press send. Do I want to send it? Uh, there it is. Okay. All right. It's under the TGCL. Scroll down and it has the time. It doesn't have my name. It just has the time, which is fine. All right. I'm back. I think I did it right. Get rid of that. So if anybody wants to come on, go over there, click on that link, and hi, Carol. Good morning. All right. We're doing just simple collage because when I don't know what to do, I glue and it rhymes. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Coloring view. Your name is Pam. Well, let's move for more than 1 p.m. There's a whole bunch of Anns over at P&M Studios. There is a whole bunch of Anns. There's Anns with E's. I think I'm the only Ann with an E. But a bunch of Anns without E's. That's why I always enjoyed the Anne of Green Labels. Anne of Green Labels. No, Anne of Green Gables show because she always, when she met people, when she always met people, she would spell her name. I am Anne with an E. She made it very clear that she was Anne with an E. So I am Anne with an E. So people in Bridge have taken to calling me Annie, which I love. I love being called Annie. They don't call me Sister Ann because that's a different group of people, and they don't know the Sister Ann story. So fortunately, they don't call me Sister Ann. They just call me Ann, which is fine with me. My older son, his name is David, but he doesn't want to be called David. He wants to be a Dave. So I always have to remember to call him Dave. Decided he didn't like David. Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess technically to pronounce what you said Annie would be IE. Yeah, technically. But that's correct. If you were to spell Annie, it would be ANNIE. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not Ann dash with a big E. Yeah. Fold it. Yes. Fold well. All righty. Now let's put our big lady on here. Ooh, we can have cactus, right? Because we have trees. And actually, interesting enough, this cactus picture, the very next page had this tree. It's in the same location. Wherever this place is, it's in the Southwest somewhere. These are trees from the Southwest, like Arizona or something like that. So there are, so these cactus actually belong in this scene. The Vanderbilt estate room doesn't, but that can go there. Now, she was not in that scene. There was another lady in that scene. But, oh, she can be looking down at the cactus. Yes, she's looking down at the cactus. All right, I'm going to glue her down. What I really want to do is, oh, I've got so much crap on top of that magazine. All right, let's do this. I'll use this. I can glue on this. It's amazing how quickly you run out of room, isn't it? All right, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gentle, gentle. Be careful. You'll be ripping limbs off. You want her to have all her limbs, preferably. Okay, let's pick her up carefully. Let's do this gently, gently, gently. Smush her down. Very gently. Smush her up. Push her knee down. Yeah. Gently. Let her smush down. The nice thing about gluing on another sheet of paper is you know you can glue all around the edges because you can glue outside the edges. Yeah. So then you get glue. So close it. Open it. I think the cactus is going there too. Hi, Janet D. Is that Janet Nash? Hi, Janet Nash. Um, move up a little bit. Okay. No, it's Janet D, right? Color view. Okay. Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Carol has painted her whole son's house all by her lonesome. What do you think? Now that's become too big. I should have had her down here further, but something's got to go there. I like the pink. How about this? A big fat peach with lipstick on it. I like that. Oh, that's Jenny's mom. Okay, not Janet Nish. All right, I'm excited. All right. I think we'll do the peach and maybe the lips kind of on an angle. That's a nice pop of color for all that brown. Yeah. Okay. This is why you cut everything. Oh, that's the top of the peach. I can see. No, that's the bottom. No, that's the top of the peach. That's why you cut everything out. You never know what's going to go. But that's perfect. It's a nice pop of color. All right. And look what else I have. And I might just stick this up in the corner because it's random, but it was the door knocker to the estate, I think. So I'm going to stick him up in the corner. Why not? Right? And here's a purse that she can be carrying. Because I like cutting out purses. All right, so let's put the door knocker that reminds me of the door knocker in the Christmas Carol. Oops, it's way too much glue. This one, this one, this one. Has anybody tried gluing, doing this type of gluing, but using like a watered down Aleene's and applied the glue with a brush? I'm very tempted to try that. Yeah, that's right. Carolyn was an industrial painter. I was too. One summer, so I don't know if that counts, but I did one summer. I painted the entire school that I worked at. When I say I painted the entire school, that meant I painted every single classroom, every bathroom. I painted the cafeteria walls. I painted the boys and girls locker rooms. I painted the library. I painted the offices. I painted all the exterior doors. I painted the entire school. And I was so tired of the color beige. Oh my God. God, you've never made a glue book? Yeah, some people aren't interested in it. I get that. Well, yeah, and they're wherever you want them to be. I find it more as a relaxation thing. Um, and I think some are collage and some are just glue. Um, some of these are more on the collage where you're giving more thought, but oops. Now if I was really serious, I would have cut her fingers and slipped those in between her fingers, but whoops. Oh, come on, I can't get my finger off without. All right, get out of there. All right. Okay, there. I like that. So we've done 1, 2, 3. Shall we continue? There's so many other things I want to try, but I kind of get a little overwhelmed with what I want to try. So then I just figured, okay, I'll just glue. And these are just background pictures that I've cut out. This looks like, I don't know, Charleston. Oh, wait a minute, I got 2 blue. Ooh, let's see. Ah, ooh, okay. I got some blue action going here. All right, let's do a blue thing. A blue thing. That's just, I like industrial too. Chain fences, chain link fences, and things like that. Oh, this is the, yeah, this fills this page, which is perfect. I can't remember where that was. It was obviously a mountain picture. Oh, painted the black splash. Well, sometimes, the detail work is the prep work, Carol, right, Carol? Getting the surface ready to print, all of the taping around windows or things that you don't want. That is the tedious part. The actual painting is pretty relaxing, but when you're getting everything ready. Hi, Dana. I missed the beginning of that conversation. Your son wants to be a pilot? That would be really cool. I don't want to. Let me stick her there. She came that way without a head. Frog tape. Yep. That's a painter's tape. It's frog tape. Yeah, definitely. I've got frog tape and I've got the blue tape. Com a commercial pilot. Wow, that's hard. Because most of those guys got their training in the armed forces. So most of them are Navy pilots, Air Force pilots, and they go from being military pilots to commercial pilots. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get a nice crisp line. I have found that sometimes the blue painter's tape does not give you that crisp of a line, and that's always disappointing. Well, let's see. Let's go back to this one. I like her a lot. She's the one where I cut out, she was holding a book, and then I cut out this moonscape and a picture of the earth out of another ad, and then I'd cut her fingers and I slipped this back in over her face. I like that a lot. Maybe an atlas over here. Oh, let's see. I don't know how this would look, but maybe. I like the hand. I always like hands coming. off the corners. That's kind of looking good. Painting trim. Yeah, that's you get that trim brush, and people who know what they're doing, they don't have to tape anything, or they don't have to even put a paint cloth down because they're not dripping, and they get that paint, that trim brush, and they can just. I like this layout. I think I'm gonna stick her down. Well, I think painter's tape and frog tape are basically painter's tape, but frog tape is green and it's advertised as a painter's tape because I've bought it as a painter's tape. And then the blue tape. Um, this stuff. And this is 3M, and this is the original multi-purpose. I can't find it in English. Let's see, multi-surface painter's tape. This is advertised as a multi-surface painter's tape, medium adhesive, remove within 14 days, test before using. So this is Scotch Blue. That's a name brand. And I've got some other blue tape that doesn't say it's painter's tape, it's just blue tape. But some leave you a cleaner edge than others. Better stickiness, yeah. Well, you want kind of medium stickiness because you don't want it to pull off the paint. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to glue this together because I like this. I kind of like it. I just do. So stick this over here. All right. Let's see. The first thing that has to go down is this one. All righty. So I'm just going to slap some glue directly on this page. I can just glue this whole page because this page is going to be covered. So let's just put the glue on the page. Put the glue on the page. Mm, I'm sure it's good enough. I don't remember which one I did. I'll stick it this way. That's a little good. Oh well. The neatest thing is to use old images, like from the 1940s magazines. Yeah, masking tape. But they're expensive. You go on eBay and look to buy a bundle of them, they can run you 60, $80 for maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 magazines. I'm gonna come down here just a little. So I have to. Oops. That's a bump here. I pressed too hard. It doesn't matter. This is just a little book. If we were selling this, it'd be a different story altogether, for sure. That's probably where you would have used the liquid glue. I didn't see anybody in chat that said they have done the. Oh, that's right. You were a tax lady too. Carol is a talented person of many trades, like myself. I never did taxes, but I did do my taxes this year. I still think I did my taxes wrong last year. And she said I could go in, right, and find my last year's taxes and go through it line by line to see if I could find the mistake, but I don't really want to do that. I'm sorry for those little wrinkles, but it happens. Where's my lady? Here's my lady. My lady who's reading the moon. Yes, she is. She is engrossed in the moon. This came out right after Artemis. I like her. I like her a lot. She glue her on the glue paper. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. The glue paper. Has anybody seen the Hail Mary project yet? Yet? I want to see it in the worst way. But I just have an aversion to going to the movies by myself. I don't know why. Just go, time it so you walk in as soon as the lights are going down. Get some popcorn. It's playing right here at the local theater. I've heard such great reviews, and great stuff about it. And the guy that produced it is the same guy that did The Martian, which I saw and loved. That was a great sci-fi outer space movie. Everyone that has seen it is saying it's the best movie they've ever seen, ever. So that's saying a lot. But maybe I'll just. Whoops. Whoops. Uh-oh. I forgot there was glue down there. I can't get that off my finger. I'm all glued down. I'm all shook up. Mhm. Yeah. Mm. Doris glue is not forgiving either. You put it down and it's down. You're not going to have much wiggle room. It's pretty serious stuff. Some of them give you a couple of seconds where you can wiggle them. You'll do a little shimmy or whatever. See, this little moon came up. Put him back down. All right. Okay. Oh, thought I lost the hand. Show me the hand. I love adding hands to pages. They always add like a different element to them. A little bit of a surprise, I think. So I cut out a lot of things. I got lots of hands. Lots of hands. Whoops. Nice and gentle. And then just give it a little. That's down. And we were going to put the little globe down here. Yes, little tiny globe. Oh, there it is. Oh no, you fell asleep during it? My granddaughter and I watched it last Sunday. I enjoyed it. Oh, didn't even fall asleep. Okay. Did you see it in an IMAX theater? I know that that's the ultimate. We don't have any IMAX theaters close by, and I don't want to drive all the way over to Merritt Island. But they said that's obviously the optimum viewing. Those IMAX theaters are unbelievable. You actually feel, and I guess in that one, they have, you can, if you want, I guess you can get sprayed with water or whatever. I think I would rather not. Well, I don't know. I don't, just a Mr. Water. It'd be kind of cool. And I think maybe the new ones have smell-o-vision. I mean, you know that's coming. See, I can't even do that now, which is fine. It can stay there. Did I get that? No, I did not. Gee, how did I miss that whole bottom of that thing? I have no idea. How ridiculous. Ridiculous. Really? Okay. I really like this one. Yeah, that's cool. They handmade it because we got her hands here. Family sci-fi. That's what I heard. That every my son is usually a big movie goer, and I think it's because I recommended it. He subconsciously won't go to it. I know that sounds stupid, but I think he and the boys would enjoy it. But they had other stuff. They had other activities planned. This came out, so we got this and this and this. We got places for the eye to go. I like it. I like it. I guess I have to cut that. Don't really want to cut that. Fold that over. Doesn't matter. No, I'll cut it. I'll cut it. I'll cut it. I'll just trim it up. I'll trim it up. Just give it a little trim. Yeah, there. Okay, let's see what other trouble we can get into. Get in some, get in some good trouble. Let's see what we got in my bag. Oh, box, my basket, my basket. Got some suitcases. Ooh, I got the Route 66. There's the car. Maybe this is gonna be the one. Ooh, we got Charleston. Nah, pretty. I want to go to Charleston. It looks like such a gorgeous city. Stick it in. Go in a different kind of journal. Ooh, no, that was me last night eating my spaghetti. Got her. Mm-hmm. It's the thing that I want to paint. I don't know what that's doing in there. I get this weird thing too. Piece of black. Getting down to the bottom of this barrel here. Ooh, another robot. A whole bunch of text. Here's a circle. Ooh. You know me and my chairs. Look at that little chair. See, now you just start laying stuff out like that, and then you start moving it around. Got some feet. See what else we got in here. Down to the bottom, we got a jar with a bee in it. Let's see what else. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can do a whole bunch of little pictures. Nicole does that sometimes. She'll have a whole bunch of very oh, yum. Lasagna. Lasagna. I love lasagna. Do you do a meat sauce with your lasagna? I mean, do you have a mixture of the cheeses, regatta? Hi, Shelley. You do the regatta filling and do you use beef or pork? I usually use Italian sausage that I break up, take it out of the casing and then break it up. Yes, okay. Classic. I like her. She looks like she's ready to stick. And this is actually, if you can figure it out, it's the picture of the deck of a ship, bird's eye view. Like here's the sitting pool, but I just like it as a shape. And this woman is part of the magazine, but she could actually end up being part of it unless I bring her up. But I don't want her interfering that much with the pasta eater. So, or maybe, just tell them, stop, don't eat the pasta. Stop, it's not good for you. So that's upside down. Got a piece of luggage here. So she looks like she's a traveler. Maybe. We got Charleston over here. We got this over here. Got a little row buddy. I like it. It's kind of busy, but it doesn't have to be that busy. I take the robot out, but let's do this. See, I don't, I want to do the Route 66, but I want to do Route 66 with the car. So that's going to be a separate, yeah, that's going to be a separate open space type of layout, I think. I like her for sure. Here. This is going to go across here. How far up can I go with that? How far down? I get a little bit of a gap there. It's not too bad. Yeah, and that kind of blends in. So that this comes down here. And this kind of fills this. Oh, you buy a Norwegian packaged lasagna sheets. Yes. Bag of cheese. Oh, cheese sauce. Tomato sauce mixed with ground beef. Yeah. Cheese sauce mixed with milk. Oh, I guess. And I'm assuming the cheese sauce is that mixture of regatta and mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Is it is it real liquidy like a sauce? Now, are those lasagna sheets, are those pre-cooked? And you lay them down and you don't have to cook them? I like those lasagna that you can buy here that you don't have to cook them. You just lay them down in the pan and then you put your layer of sauce, cheese, meat, or whatever you're going to do. And it's much easier. Because I tell you what, in the old days when you'd boil the lasagna noodles and then drain them and try to, hold on to them, and they were big and they were slippery, and yeah, that was always a challenge. But the pre-baked, the pre-cooked lasagna noodles were much easier to handle. I need something up here, but I could probably maybe just put down some washi paper, just, just to fill that in. Uh, oh, it's powder, and then you mix it with milk. Okay, so you can make it any consistency you want, I guess, right? You can make it thicker or thinner. Is that right? Hmm. Well, I bought some whole milk, powdered milk, not skim powdered milk, but whole milk, powdered milk to make a hot cocoa mix. That is really very good. Came out very good. It's very rich. You just add boiling water to it. And sometimes when I'm making my instant espresso, I will put a couple of tablespoons of the cocoa mix. So then I have that chocolatey mocha, whatever they call that mocha, cappuccino, mocha, something or other. No, I don't want to put his feet there. All right, I think I'm going to find some washi that I'm just going to stick. I've got some wide washi, put that across there. And I'm pretty sure this chair is going to make an appearance, just as a statement. I've got a thing about fussy cutting out chairs. I don't know why. All right, so I'm going to put these pictures safely. I'll put them up here. I'm putting them up here, folks. So if I can't find them, tell me that where they are. They're up there. All right, I'm going to stick this on here, and I'm going to get out some. I've got some really wide washi, um, whitish. Oh, this would be good. Look at this. Oh, I think this would be better. Just in the script. Yeah, I've made it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've made it from scratch. I mean, where you boil the noodles and you make the spaghetti, you make the sauce. It's an all-day thing. You cook this, yeah. But there's a lot of shortcuts that make it a lot easier. I've made lasagna using raviolis. You know, you buy a bag of frozen raviolis and you just layer the raviolis in a layer on the bottom of a pan. And then you add your sauce, your regatta, your meat, and you layer it again with the little ravioli squares. That's pretty good too. So you got the raviolis that are stuffed with cheese. So let's bring this down a little bit. This will be nicely, subtly in the background. There's so many pages in here, thin pages. This is going to be one hell of a book if I finish it, because these are all thin pages. Look at that. Oh, there's, wait a minute. Let me see. Is that my doggies? That's Lily and Dolly. Dolly is my bridge partner's dog, and Lily is her sister. And they have play dates every week. My bridge partner takes Dolly over to Lily's to play while her cleaning lady is there. So cute. They look familiar. Let's see what this is going to look like. I didn't realize, see, that fits in. So I'm going to stop right there. I don't mind having that in there because it actually looks like it's part of it. All right. What do you think? Because we're going to have stuff on top of that, but I think that's kind of, I think it's kind of okay. Honestly, I think it's okay. Let's put Charleston back. Yeah, so we got a little script there. Fine. Let's bring our pasta eating chef back. Oh, good. We got a little there. That's good. This can go under here. My son's helium balloon that he gave me for Christmas is still got, not for Christmas, for my birthday, still got helium in it. Still bouncing around. Hi, Casey. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, I think I like her down here. We just need to find something there. Because I'd rather have her here, just underneath him. No, she's either got to go down here. Gotta find something to go there. I could do another this washi tape, but I don't know. I don't want that. Is that wide? It's not quite wide enough. Let's see what else I got. See what else I got's over here. I got stuff all over here. I've got my flowers that I've made. Let's see. I got a whole bunch of these. I made those the other day. That's a possibility. Let's see what in here. I got a circle here. Woo! Yeah, I like that. Kind of gives her a little halo effect. Put a circle there, maybe. What we got here? Little square house. That's not going to go. We got this, but that's too big. I mean, that could be cut down. Okay. Uh, I kind of like that. However, it's round and it's like putting a round peg, but we got round here and round here. So there's some roundness in the, I've got the luggage. But I don't want to put the luggage to cover the Charleston. I want to see all of Charleston other than a little chair. Okay. Let's just, let me take a quick look, see if I can find something that might go there that's not round. Anything underneath here? What's this? No, it's not. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. Okay. You know what I might do? Let's see. Let's go all the way up here. No. How about someone's dinging me? Let's see. Who's dinging me? I don't know why she's sending me a email. I'm busy right now. Thanks, Sam. All right, I'll check it. How about um, okay. Yeah, that suitcase works. It covers up enough of the stuff. I think I'm going to put the suitcase there. Yeah. All right. So the first thing that has to be glued down is this piece of the ship. So that's where it's going to go. So I'll first put down the glue, the ship. All righty. Let's get the glue sheet and the glue. We'll glue down the boat. Good morning, everybody that's come in. I think I've got everybody. Casey, Flowers, Riley. Night, everyone. Night, Riley. I'm glad you were lurking. I appreciate you lurking. Lurkers are welcome. More gentle listeners in the balcony. I'm a great lurker. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, oh man, that would be wonderful. I know you already have lots of people that you subscribe to. Please consider subscribing to my channel. What did I do? Did I glue on this sheet? Dumbass. No self. So I'm going to do this. That was the plan, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stick this in here a little bit. Come across like so. Right? Yeah. Leave that up until I get the Charleston down. All right. Now this guy goes. He has to go under this, right? Yeah, it's too bright. No, it's okay. I didn't glue it all the way down. Tie it up a little bit. Gently. Gently. Yeah, okay. All right, that's not a disaster. All right, all right, all right, all right. He comes over here. Here's Charleston. And they kind of, he's got to go across the divide a little bit, I think. This is going to go underneath him, right? So this has to go next. I have to talk out loud in order to keep things straight. All right, so let's do this. This is where it would be so much easier if you had it on a paintbrush. You know, I'm gonna try that the next time. I got nothing to lose. Doesn't work, I won't go. I'll go back to the glue stick, right? It's not the end of the world. It's not. I guarantee it. It's not gonna. make or break what I'm doing. That is for damn sure. All right, let's glue this. So let's, she goes over him, right? Yeah. All right, let's glue this down. And some, you just need a bunch of images. I know sometimes if you don't have access to magazines, it's hard, but I'm thinking maybe at thrift shops, uh, libraries, they get periodicals and then they got to throw out. And a lot of times they don't have the storage to store years and years of magazines. I think I could be totally wrong. I got my first, and it blew me away, of course, because, well, I remember the first time I ever saw anything like this. Where there's the suitcase, right? Uh, I saw they had these art journaling magazines at the library on the free table, and I couldn't believe them. And that was the Somerset Studio Art Journaling magazine. I had never seen a magazine like that before in my life. And I said, how much are these? And she said, no, they're free. I said, free? Yes, take them. Well, my gosh, my God. I just said, my gosh. No, that's not normally what I would say. But anyway, my gosh. And there were like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. And I said, can I take them all? And they said, sure, take them all. I said, okay, thank you very much. So I loved that magazine. And after that, I subscribed to Art Journaling, Somerset Studios Art Journaling for years. Years. And then I canceled that subscription, but I continued subscribing to um, Somerset Studios, the other one. I can't remember the other one. Yeah, but I subscribed to them for years. But I had never seen anything like that before. Did I happen that over that close? I don't think I did. Maybe this close. A little overlapping. A little overlapping. Yeah. She's petting the flowers. She's thinking of stealing them. No. And of course, you all know the story that I ran into caged fish. Oh, I love the free stuff. Hi, Ellen. And there's so much free stuff out there. Oh my God. You just have to look. People are so generous. Kofi pages, um, artsy fartsy life. My God, the amount of stuff that she gives out that's free. Di has free stuff. I mean, people are so generous. Free downloads. It's just amazing how much free digis are there for just for the taking, maybe a little donation, but they're not really asking for any money. But it is the generosity of this community is just awesome. There used to be a wonderful program where it was called Recycle something or other. I know Carol probably remembers it. Maybe some other people here stateside. You would go onto the site and they would, oh, thank you, Ellen. You'd go on to um, their site. Are you leaving, Carol? Okay. Go onto their site and there would be a little quiz. Yes, a little quiz that you would take. That would be about the environment. There'd be environmental questions. And then after you took the quiz, you'd get these credits. And as you accrued the credits, you could go over and get, using your credits, you could get free subscriptions to all sorts of magazines. And it was an incredible variety of magazines, tons of them. My favorite magazine, which always confused me, it was Guns and Gardens, which I thought was really interesting. Hunting and gardening magazine, I guess. So you shoot the animals with the guns to keep them out of your garden. But I think it was called Guns and Gardening. It was a Southern thing, believe me, very Southern. But they had all sorts of freebies. And these were year subscriptions. And then they kind of went defunct. They went out of business or whatever, because they didn't really have a business, but they went out, they no longer did that. But that was such a beautiful idea. You know, you learn something about the environment and you got some free magazines. But that was a great idea. That should have come over a little bit. I'm liking this page a lot. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I am very happy with it. And I have that. Got a chair somewhere. Oh, there you are. You don't need a chair outside the restaurant, right? I'm gonna be very careful gluing this puppy down. Let me find my glue thing, not the picture then. This is my glue thing. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use glitter glue because I can just put little dots of it. Oh, okay. That's right. You stream at 9-ish, 9:30-ish, 9? Oh, you would get it at the library if they safely stop subscribing to it. Yeah, I still get it. I get these deals. People laugh. Uh, I have that out in I got the latest issue. My subscription doesn't expire until April of 27. So I have it for a while. And every year I tell the ladies, I'm not subscribing. I'm cutting down on all my subscriptions. I'm not going to subscribe to any magazines. And then they get a letter from them saying, we miss you. Please come back. We miss you. Have we got a deal? No, we've got a deal you can't refuse. And it would be like AD for $12 a year or $10 a year. Free shipping. Because now they're starting to charge for shipping. Or $2 if you got 2 years worth of a subscription, it would drop down to $10 a year. I like the chair. Okay, let me give this a little trim here. I do like to keep my pages neat and trimmed. Kind of. Now, I think that's good. Unless, if I had a little tiny something. This is a paint. I want to paint this. I've had this for several months. I want to paint that. I don't know why I just don't do it. I should just slap down some paint and paint it. If it comes out crappy, so what? Who gives a shit? Right? Right. Do I have anything little? A little something. The chair is the little something, but no, that's a robot. We decided we didn't want the robot. No, see, we don't want the robot covering up the city of Charleston. You know. And we don't want a shoe because that looks just stupid. And we don't want a floating face. So I think I'm just going to leave it. And if something appears, hmm, like a couple of eggshells, I don't know. Let's see. We'll come out. I don't think that's going to. What it probably needs is a little animal, a little tiny animal. And I could go find a little animal. I might do that. Find a little animal. Carol, what time is she still here? I think 9 o'clock or 9:30. I can't remember. Thank you, Ellen. No, just give me 1 minute. Well, actually, that's a lie. I need more. 1 minute. Oh, oh, gotta get up. The old bones are stiff. Oh, it's over here. I've rearranged everything. I've actually somewhat organized my images. Look at all these images. Could spend a lifetime doing this, which would be not fine. I would be fine with that since I love doing it. Yeah, good. Here, here. Let's see. Let's just see. Well, that's hands. Ooh, let's see. Look at these hands, aren't they? You have to find the declaration. We would do a declaration with those hands. Maybe little hands. Hmm? Ah, good catch. You can have that hand right there. It's redundant. We just did a hand, but each one of these are different. Do a hand. Hands are so handy. They're so handy to have. This is my folder of hands. Yeah, the fingers are crossed. Yeah, but that's kind of too big for that picture. But yeah, I think I'd have more. That's a possibility. I like the hands. I do. However, this is the blue book. Oops. And this is people. No, I don't know how the people got in here. These people don't belong in here. Come on, Ian. I must have gotten tired. These are animals, aren't they? What the hell? Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, these are animals. These people belong in the people thing. I got a little confused. This is all animals. So, a goat in a boat, a koala bear. He's kind of cute. You can't see him. I got lots of little animals. Let's see. I like the koala bear. The elephant doesn't make sense. I mean, let's face it, the koala bear doesn't belong there either. But let's see. Some penguins visiting the city of Charleston. I don't know, the koala bear is looking pretty good there, I think. What else we got here? Oh, chicken? You can't really tell that's a chicken, though. A lady with the moose shopping, and I think, let's see, so many animals. Oh my God. I like that animals. Big ones, little ones. It's a tiny one. Sunset, such a camel. Owl, turtle. I think I'm going to. I like this koala right there. And I'm going to leave the hand. So there. And then I'm going to call it wraps, folks. I'm going to say goodbye. Going to have some breakfast. I probably should do laundry today. Oh, hi, Safia. Hi, Bone Tired. No, I just came on because Pam was not on. I'm normally on with Pam. I just came on because there was nobody on, but I don't normally officially stream on Friday mornings. I've got the craft room on Friday morning, but that's totally different than this. You know that. That's not. Whoops. I saw that the pin to this fell to the floor. I walked right over it. I felt something stick to the bottom of my foot. Didn't stick me. And now it's gone. Oh well. I've got tons of pins. Yeah. I got pins everywhere. So yeah, I'll open the room around 10. We have a chat group that we've been getting together for, oh my God, how many years? Years. So I like him right there. Even though a koala would not be in Charleston, it doesn't matter. That's what you want when you do something like this. You want to put things down that don't make sense. That's the fun part. Definitely putting the hand up there. Love the hand. I got to start looking for more hands. I don't really have that many hands. I got to do a better job of gluing down the koala. His ears already coming up. And I am going to try that. Next time I collage, I'm going to try the wet. I'm going to try mixing the aleenes with a little water and use a brush to see how that goes. I mean, I have that medium, but aleenes is a lot cheaper. And then I missed one. Maybe I didn't push it down. I didn't push it down. Oh yeah, you would get your notifications from YouTube because I connect with you. I am streaming on Restream using YouTube, just like you would, if you're on you use StreamYard, you're streaming on YouTube. I'm doing the same thing with Restream. I'd like Restream so much better than StreamYard, because StreamYard just pressures you. They want you to go to the Prime, and it's ridiculously expensive. It's over $300 a year. And with Restream, we have unlimited hours. Well, you remember, Carol, we were on Discord years ago. You're the one that introduced me to Discord. That was, remember, a long time ago. We had a Discord thing for when we were hanging out. And I deleted it because we stopped doing that. And you said your son used it or whatever, but you introduced me to Discord years ago, and then I deleted the app. And then when I met up with Ginger and she started using Discord, that's when I went back on. This new camera, my 59.95 special with remote, Amazon. I love it. And the remote has all sorts of features, but the best is zooming in and zooming out. It was $59. What a bargain. 59.95 with remote. If you live in the States, they have it in stock, at least where I live. It was delivered the same day. I ordered it early in the morning and it was delivered that night. Okay, I have to put more through here. That's just driving me nuts. Can't have your ear up there, buddy. It's got to go down. Stay down. All right. So let's look at the pages we did. It is a little complicated. Look at, oh my gosh, look where we started, guys. Okay. Look how many pages we did this morning. Okay. We did this page. Let me zoom in because I can with the zoom in feature of my remote. You ready? Let's see. Zoom in. Isn't that? I love it. Okay. So we did this page. We did this page. Emit. Yes, that's the brand Emit. We did this page. This is a double page spread. This page. We did this page. And we did this page. So that's what we did this morning. I'm very happy. A lot of fun. And it's always fun to be doing it with people that you can chat with in the background. And yeah. So thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Friday morning. This was unexpected. I don't, do you think I care about your gamer name? I don't care. Okay, Herding Cats 247, join. Um, but when I go on live here, you don't have to find me on Discord if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's gonna pop up on Ustream. I mean, on YouTube rather. It's gonna pop up on YouTube because when I set up my Restream, I'm setting up. I can pick YouTube as my channel. There's all sorts of channels on Ustream. You have a whole list of channels that you can choose to stream through, from TikTok to Facebook to you name it. But anyway, so thank you so much for being here. I'm sure I'll see you later. Carol's on uh, in a couple of hours. Are you on? Oh, it's 9 now. Oh, when are you on, Carol? 9:30, 10:30? Could you just put your time in there? Because I can't remember what time you're on at Friday. I know it's in the morning. See you all in a couple of hours. It's 9:17 now. So, I don't know, can you pop your hours in? See, maybe no, it's not going to come on YouTube. 11 Eastern. Okay, thank you. Carol's on at 11 Eastern. So check Carol out at 11 Eastern. Okay, excellent. All right. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm sure I'll see you out on the internet over the weekend. Hopefully Pam will be back. I'll be on with her. Uh, thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. Casey, have a wonderful day. So bye-bye. Be good. Can't be good, be careful, and be hopeful. We need a lot of hope. It is May 1st, and there are a lot of protests going on today. So if you can be part of one of those, that would be awesome. Bye. Bye. End stream. That's the button I need.